You train hard, eat clean, but feel like the results just aren't showing up fast enough? Maybe it's not about taking more supplements. It's about having the right strategy. A lot of people overlook one of the most powerful tools for real progress: cardio. That's right, it's not your enemy. And if your goal is to grow bigger, get leaner, and take your physique to the next level, this video is for you. Grab your pre-workout and come with us, because what you're about to learn might just change everything. Let's break down how cardio, when done right, can become your best ally in building muscle. Most people think cardio is just for burning fat, but the truth is, it can also help you build muscle. Yep, you heard that right. And it all starts before your lifting session. You know those light walks or quick bike rides you usually skip? Turns out, they play a key role in your performance. Doing 5 to 10 minutes of light cardio before hitting the weights helps raise your body temperature and gets you ready to go. It's not about tiring yourself out. It's about waking up your system. Have you ever tried warming up this way? Did you feel a difference? When you walk into the gym and go straight to the weights, your body's still kind of asleep. That can mess with your strength, focus, and even how your muscles respond. But when you start with light cardio, your enzymes kick in, blood flow increases, and oxygen and nutrients get delivered straight to your muscles. The result? You perform way better. Ever had that feeling where the workout didn't really hit until the second exercise? That's probably because you skipped your warm-up. At the start, your blood is still mostly flowing through your internal organs. But once you get moving, it starts heading to the muscles you're about to use, a process called peripheral vasodilation. That's what gets your muscles ready to go and strengthens your mind-muscle connection. Plus, your sympathetic nervous system kicks in, the one responsible for getting your body into that high alert, ready-to-train mode. The best part? This type of cardio doesn't have to be long. Just 5 to 10 minutes is enough to switch your body on. A brisk walk, light jog, or quick spin on a bike does the job. The key is not to start your workout cold. Lifting with a cold body is like trying to drive with the parking brake on. You're holding yourself back. Ever jumped into a lifting session without warming up? How'd that go for you? Now, here's an important detail. Your warm-up cardio should match the workout of the day. Training legs? Warm up your legs. Hitting chest? A quick walk might not cut it. Maybe use your first chest exercise with light weights as a warm-up for your upper body. The point is, cardio before lifting isn't some random ritual. It's part of your strategy. Skip this step, and you end up using your first set as a warm-up, which kills your momentum. Over time, that means less stimulation and fewer gains. Every workout counts, and every rep should hit with full intensity. But to do that, your body needs to be fully dialed in from the first second. So to wrap up this part, do you want to train harder, build more muscle, and evolve faster? Then make light cardio a non-negotiable part of your warm-up routine. It's quick, simple, and it can seriously change your game. Now, a lot of people think the workout ends when you drop the last dumbbell, but that's only half the story. Post-workout cardio isn't just a bonus. It's a key part of the process, especially if you're trying to build muscle efficiently. Right after lifting, your body's still warm, your metabolism is revved up, and that's the perfect time to squeeze out even more results with some moderate cardio. This post-lift cardio helps boost circulation, speeds up recovery, and keeps your metabolism humming. We're not talking about anything crazy, just 15 to 20 minutes on a treadmill or stationary bike. It helps flush out metabolic waste from your workout, which supports muscle recovery. And on top of that, it creates the perfect environment to burn fat without sacrificing muscle, which is exactly what you want if you're aiming to get shredded without losing size. Here's an interesting point. Cardio can actually help balance your hormones. It plays a role in regulating cortisol, the stress hormone that's also linked to muscle breakdown. In other words, wrapping up your session with light cardio can reduce the negative effects of intense training. That means more gains, less muscle loss, and a healthier post-workout response from your body. Sounds like a good deal, doesn't it? A lot of people ask, if I'm training to build muscle, why add cardio after lifting? The answer is simple. To recover better, handle more volume, and make faster progress. Building muscle isn't just about lifting. It's about how your body adapts between sessions. Post-workout cardio helps with exactly that. It's the bridge between stimulus and growth. Have you ever tried light cardio after lifting? How do you feel afterward? But here's a heads up. This cardio shouldn't be intense. If you push too hard, you'll compete with the same energy systems you need for recovery and end up slowing things down. That's why the goal is moderate intensity and short duration, just enough to keep your body moving without wearing it out. You should feel lighter after, not drained. Think you can fit that into your routine? Another huge plus is consistency. When cardio becomes part of your workout, not some separate chore, it's way easier to stick with it. You're already at the gym, you're dressed, you're in the zone. Adding 15 extra minutes can seriously move the needle in the long run. And remember, your ideal physique is built through small details. And this detail, it's one that gets overlooked way too often. Now that you know how cardio helps before and after lifting, here comes the big question. How often should you do it? And the answer might surprise you. Every day. Yep, every day, with one exception, heavy leg day. If you're going all in on legs, it might be best to skip cardio that day to keep your performance and recovery on point. But why so often? Simple. Your body adapts through repetition. When cardio becomes part of your routine, it stops being a mental drag. It becomes a habit. You don't think about doing it, you just do. And when something becomes a habit, results show up way more consistently. Have you ever tried doing cardio every day? Why not test it for a week and see how you feel? A lot of people treat cardio like punishment or just a boring part of the grind. But when you realize how much it helps your body grow, your mindset shifts. Doing it regularly improves endurance, speeds up your metabolism, and boosts muscle oxygenation, which can supercharge your gains. Plus, it makes your body more efficient at burning fat without getting in the way of muscle growth. It's a powerful combo. Of course, use common sense. If you're totally wiped out or feeling wrecked, forcing cardio might do more harm than good. But if your workout was light or moderate, there's no excuse. Even if you only train biceps or shoulders that day, 15 to 20 minutes of light cardio will keep your engine revving. And that pays off big time when it comes to recovery and long-term gains. Oh, and remember that leg day I mentioned earlier? If your session was truly brutal, you might want to skip the cardio after. But don't use that as an excuse if your leg workouts are weak. Half-hearted efforts don't count. The point is balance. High cardio frequency should walk hand in hand with the quality of your strength training. One supports the other. One underrated benefit of consistency is the impact it has on your mindset. Doing cardio daily gives you that I did it feeling. It builds real discipline. That kind of habit boosts motivation and reinforces your identity as an athlete, even if you're not competing. Because at the end of the day, building your body means working your mind too. And consistency? That's one of the biggest secrets to success. So now tell me, do you think you could commit to doing cardio every day? Or does that still sound like too much? All right, we've covered how often to do cardio. Now let's talk about intensity, one of the most important and misunderstood pieces of the puzzle. A lot of people mess this up, thinking the harder, the better. But if your goal is muscle growth, that rule flips. The smartest choice is moderate, steady-state cardio, like a brisk walk on the treadmill or a light spin on the stationary bike. But why is that the best option? The big reason comes down to the fuel your body uses during exercise. Strength training runs mostly on muscle glycogen, the energy stored in your muscles. But when you jump into high-intensity cardio, you burn through that same glycogen. The result? Less energy for lifting and a harder time recovering. And you guessed it, that can seriously mess with your muscle growth. That's why moderate cardio is the smarter option. At that intensity, your body switches gears and starts using fat as its main energy source, sparing your hard-earned glycogen. So you're basically burning fat while protecting your gains. Let's be real, that's exactly what most of us want, right? Getting lean and building muscle at the same time without any sneaky setbacks. Did you already know this? Or were you also on the go hard or go home cardio train? Another bonus? Moderate cardio doesn't stress your body as much. That means less impact on your nervous system, a lower risk of overtraining, and more energy to focus on what really matters, lifting heavy. Remember, the goal here isn't to turn cardio into another exhausting workout, but to use it strategically. It should support your training, not compete with it. Want a real-life example? Imagine crushing a heavy back session and then jumping straight into an all-out HIIT treadmill workout. Sounds intense, right? But you're draining even more glycogen from muscles that are already wiped. Your body won't recover properly, and your progress can hit a wall. Think of moderate cardio as insurance for your gains. Less wear and tear, more smart training. Here's a solid tip. Don't underestimate light cardio. A lot of people think it's useless because it doesn't feel hard, but it actually plays a solid metabolic role. Besides helping you burn fat, it boosts your aerobic capacity and even aids in active recovery. Best part? You can do it while watching a video on your phone. It doesn't get more convenient than that. So, how have you been doing your cardio lately? Going all out with HIIT or keeping it steady and consistent? Drop your answer in the comments. Now, if you really want to take your muscle gains and cardio efficiency to the next level, there's an advanced strategy: splitting your cardio and lifting into separate sessions. Doing cardio in the morning and lifting later, or vice versa, might seem like extra work, but this one tweak can seriously level up how your body responds. And it's not hype, it's applied science. By separating the two, you avoid making cardio compete with your lifting for the same energy source. Since strength training relies heavily on glycogen, burning through it during a morning cardio session can make your evening lift suffer. But if you leave a few hours in between, your body has time to restock energy and prep for the next challenge. The result? More strength, better performance, and faster recovery. And here's another twist. Fasted morning cardio, when done right, can ramp up fat burning without messing with your gains. Picture this. You wake up, hop on the treadmill for 20 light minutes, then lift weights later in the day. Your metabolism gets a jump start, and you still have full power for your main workout. Sound tough? Sometimes it just takes a little planning. But let's be real. Not everyone has time to train twice a day, and that's totally fine. This split setup is ideal, not mandatory. Most people still make great progress doing both in one session, as long as you follow the key principles we've talked about: smart intensity, consistency, and recovery. So don't get discouraged if you only have one shot per day. You can still make serious gains. The key here is, if your schedule allows, give it a try. If you usually lift in the evening, you might be able to wake up 30 minutes earlier and squeeze in some light cardio before work. It's a habit that not only boosts your physique, but also improves your focus, mood, and energy throughout the day. Of course, everything should fit your lifestyle, not the other way around. Because in the end, consistency beats perfection every time. This split approach can even help you mentally. By giving cardio and strength training their own space, you can go all in on each without rushing, fatigue, or skipping steps. You respect your body and allow each energy system, aerobic and anaerobic, to perform at its best. That builds a solid foundation for growth. Ever thought about trying this for a week? It might just surprise you. When it comes to cardio, one of the most common questions is, what's the best type to build muscle without messing up your gains? And honestly, the answer is probably simpler than you think. It's the one you can do consistently. That's right. Whether it's walking on the treadmill, cycling, climbing stairs, jumping rope, or even dancing, what matters most is keeping your heart and lungs working. Kind of surprising, right? The real secret here is consistency, not the method. There's no point in picking the ideal form of cardio if you hate doing it. If the stair climber shoots your heart rate up in seconds, but you can't stand setting foot on it, what are the odds you'll stick with it for weeks? Close to zero. That's why your choice has to be personal and sustainable. The right cardio is the one that fits naturally into your routine, not one that feels like a daily punishment. And keep this in mind. The goal of cardio in this context is to activate your cardiovascular and respiratory systems, not to isolate specific muscle groups. Doesn't matter if you're hitting your legs more on the bike or using your whole body jumping rope. What counts is getting your heart pumping at a steady, moderate pace, just like we've talked about before. That's what moves the needle. Some folks even joke that romantic cardio counts. And hey, it's not just a joke. The point is to show that it doesn't have to be painful to be effective. You just need to move consistently, breathe a little heavier, and not exhaust yourself. A solid walk while listening to a podcast? Totally valid. Ever tried that? Another good tip is to switch things up with activities you actually enjoy, or at least don't hate. One day it's the bike, another it's the rope, another it's the stair machine. This keeps things fresh and helps your motivation stay up. Feeling low energy? Go with something chill. Feeling fired up? Hit something more intense. That kind of flexibility turns cardio from a chore into a genuine ally in your fitness journey. Have you ever really thought about what kind of cardio suits you best? Or are you still trying to copy someone else's routine even though you hate it? Let us know in the comments. What's your go-to cardio or the one you least dread? And are you open to trying new ones? Just remember, the best cardio is the one you actually do, not the one that looks the coolest on Instagram. Now to wrap this guide up with a bang, let's talk about something most people never hear about, but it can seriously change your results: mitochondria. Sounds technical, but stick with me. I'll keep it simple. Mitochondria are like the power plants inside your cells. And what do they have to do with cardio? Everything. Because cardio strengthens those power plants. When you do cardio regularly, your mitochondria adapt and become more efficient at producing energy. That means your body starts using more fat as fuel instead of going straight for your muscle glycogen. The result? You burn fat while protecting muscle. The dream combo for anyone who trains. Imagine melting fat without touching your muscle mass. Sounds pretty great, right? Think of it this way. Your body has two fuel tanks, one for fat and one for muscle. Moderate cardio teaches your body to go for the fat tank first, sparing your precious muscle glycogen. And with stronger mitochondria, that process becomes faster, more effective, and more sustainable. It's like turning your body into a fat-burning machine without messing with your gains. Pretty awesome, huh? And there's more. Stronger mitochondria also support better muscle recovery and boost endurance during workouts. They keep energy flowing throughout your training, which means less fatigue and better performance. You'll be able to handle more sets, lift heavier, and last longer in your sessions, all while feeling less worn out. Who wouldn't want that kind of upgrade? But here's the catch. It doesn't happen overnight. It's consistency in cardio that triggers mitochondrial growth and efficiency. So every walk, every bike ride, every light treadmill session matters. Don't underestimate the power of these small daily choices. Even if you don't see it yet in the mirror, your body is adapting, getting stronger, and becoming more efficient with every step you take. So next time someone asks if you do cardio, hit M with this: I'm strengthening my mitochondria. Not only will you sound super smart, but you'll also be telling the absolute truth. Cardio isn't just about burning calories. It's an internal investment in your metabolism, your endurance, and your long-term gains. And now you get it. What about you? Did this chapter catch you off guard? Did you already know you had little energy power plants inside your body? Drop a comment and let us know if this changed how you look at cardio. If there's one thing that's crystal clear by now, it's that cardio is not the enemy of muscle growth. In fact, when used strategically, it actually boosts your gains, speeds up recovery, and helps keep fat in check. The magic is in the details: frequency, intensity, timing, and the type of cardio you choose. And now, you've got all the tools to make it work your way. If this video helped you in any way, go ahead and hit that like button. It really supports our work and tells YouTube this content is worth sharing with more people. And if you're into clear, straight-up info about training, nutrition, and smart strategies to level up your physique, make sure to subscribe and turn on that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Want to support the channel even more? Click join down below to become a member and unlock exclusive content. Get priority replies in the comments and enjoy other perks we've created with love for our community. Your support means the world and helps us keep creating deep, high-quality content for you. Now I want to hear from you. Have you been doing cardio with this level of strategy? Or is this a game changer for you? Drop a comment below sharing your current cardio routine and what stood out to you most in this video. Let's chat. Your experience might just inspire someone else out there too.